All right. Hello and welcome to Business and Lahles, session 17. So, I'm going to go around and check in, see how everyone's week was, and we'll go from there. Let's go ahead and just hit the hard one first and start with Trace. Trace, how was your week?
Good, thank you, Optimus Prime.
You're welcome.
I
Reckon?
don't know the way he runs this game, more like Optimus Crime.
Oh yeah, baby.
Reckon, how was your week?
It was good. A short week, an especially short week. I had Monday off, and I have tomorrow off, so that's nice.
Why such a short week? Just because, or?
So Monday for the holiday, MLK Jr., but Friday because I just needed to take off some PTO to burn it, and I didn't realize I picked a week that I already had a Monday off, so.
Man, must be such a terrible problem to have that you have to burn your PTO.
I know.
You have
Right?
so much.
You
Well, I don't-
poor soul.
I guess
Shucks.
I don't have to. I just don't want to, leave money on the table, so to speak.
Well, I mean, that you basically have to then. Yeah.
Sure.
What is PTO?
Paid time off, and
Vacation. Yeah.
I have a cap of 216 hours, and I can't accrue anything past that.
Oh. I thought you said you gained that much per year and almost fucking dropped something in my pants. Jesus.
Dude, you need to take some vacations.
Well, I just got back from parental leave, so I thought it would be kind of a douchebag move of me to be like, "All right, I'm back. Later vacation."
For a month.
Did you have to take actual PTO for that, or is that just on
Like,
top of your normal PTO?
That was all
That's just
regular.
given.
That was all separate parental
Oh,
leave.
I mean,
wow.
a lot of people lump them in both together. Like they supplement their parental leave with the PTO.
Right. A lot of those companies make you use your PTO towards it. Yeah.
Well, that's if they don't pay your parental leave like separately. But yeah,
Right.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Right.
Onyx, how was your week?
Very hectic and stressful as per usual.
You still killing it at work?
Of course, I still have my job.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Oh yeah.
Turns out jobs are important.
Yeah, I mean, kinda, I guess, if you want to pay bills, at least. Krev, how was your week?
Good, good. I finally built my new gaming desktop, so I am happy. And it is running smoothly. No more crashes.
Nice.
Yeah.
When do you
That-
plan on updating that monitor?
Maybe in a month or so. I want to pay off this computer first. But
I
yeah,
don't blame you up there.
probably in a month. But those new AMD processors, the BIOS are kind of a bitch to figure out if you don't know what you're doing. But I'm all good now. So
Well, that's good. At least you can enjoy it to some of the capabilities till you update the monitor.
yeah, yeah.
Kadir?
And then
Oh, sorry. But,
I was just gonna say maybe eventually a new graphics card too. Once the tech market finally calms down. If everybody knows what's going on with the computer component market right now, scalpers are assholes. So yeah, like
Also-
50% markups on everything. So
Also, a semiconductor shortage. It sucks.
yep, and then also cryptocurrency mining has exploded on top of it. So yeah.
Makes me cry every time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Sorry. I'm done now.
Kadir, how was your week?
I'm just enjoying spending time with Matt and giving him tips on how to make his computer to a fishbowl. If you need any tips on how to really caulk things up with your computer, just let me know. What? God damn it! Why does nobody ever laugh? How dare all of you?
To be perfectly honest, I wasn't sure if you did that on purpose or not.
It wasn't, and then it was. Anyhow, rough week, honestly, but I'm ready for some game time.
Yeah, there was definitely a bit left up in the air from last session. A bit that had happened during the journey. More of, I would say, RP-wise and just personal character-wise. More so than anything else. But I'll open it up to each of you guys for the recap, and then we'll get into tonight's game.
All right. All right.
Traveled.
All right.
Someone asked us for help, and we told her to fuck off, I believe.
No, we sent a message to Mito with my speak to animals spell, and told them basically that the mine was under attack by undead, I believe, just to the northwest of Mito. And we told her to go back to her town. Was it Achenbaum or Unzader, I believe, that she was from. One of those two. Anyways, and then we basically continued traveling all the way to Goldshire, following the river.
The detail that I think that misses is that there was a mysterious, enigmatic eye in the sky, literally, that was watching us, and we surmised that because it was a snake eye, it must be the Yuan-Ti scrying on us. So there's a lot of time spent trying to figure out how long have they been doing this. Who here could possibly be betraying us? Why are they watching us to begin with? We're not important. We're just people walking. It's not important. But yeah, there's Yuan-Ti out there, and we're pretty sure they're watching us. The other thing is, we were kind of coming up with a game plan for how to go back to Lahles. I believe the game plan was to try and meet Bragdor, to meet the wizard fella outside the city, so that we can introduce him to our mercenary troop, and officially join the city in its defense. Unless, of course, it's entirely tilted over and there's nothing good there anymore, in which case shit's gonna get fucked. That's all I got. Sick.
Anything else?
We're hunkering down in Goldshire now, I believe.
That's correct.
You're
You got the right in the start and right at the finish. Nice record.
Basically didn't encounter anything except for, minuscule creatures, but pretty clear and free on the way here.
I got a nice spear.
Yeah, you did. I'm proud of it. I'm gonna make that shit magic.
I can't wait to stab someone or something with it.
I can't wait to see how happy you'll be when you stab someone with it.
Right in the middle of battle, turns and gives you a wink and a smile.
Imagine 2 thumbs up, then immediately gets crushed by Number Hulk.
Well, if no one has anything else to add, then we'll just go ahead and get into the game. It's pretty good. The only thing that wasn't mentioned was maybe something that wasn't wanted to be mentioned, so I'll leave it at that for now, and then we'll maybe revisit that at another time. So, on the night of April 1st, each of you had just left the guard tower. A couple ideas were in mind. Rekid, you had planned on going to get a little bit of a look at what the Wheat Civet camp was doing, maybe eavesdropping on them. And I believe, Trace, your idea was to look into possible ways of doing poisoned arrows.
Yes, Optimus Prime. I want to make poison arrows.
And then for Rekid's thing, I think he would ask amongst his comrades as discreetly as possible to see who might be interested in my little venture.
When it co-
When exactly does this happen? Because last I recall, I was kind of like I had settled in for the night and I was crafting.
So the key to this was after the two fellows that are with that group. They were with us in the tavern for a while, but the key was waiting until they went back to the camp.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you wanted to craft, but we needed to stop because I know that you did your roll and I have it recorded, but Rekid was gonna go do the sneaking thing, and he also implied like if anyone wanted to come with him. So I didn't want to skip past that just yet.
Like, oh, 15-minute adventure, in and out.
All right.
I might not look it, but I'm quite sneaky.
Well, if I might ask, why? I'm presuming we're kind of like up in one of our rooms or something like that, and just kind of all talking together. Why is it that you feel the need to do this?
Something doesn't seem right. I don't think our good deeds were enough to justify the sudden change in interest in saving Lahles.
I am inclined to agree. These folk, they are merely moving at the orders, the behest of Samira. They are. It is a tenuous friendship at best. What? Well, do you think that they intend to take over Laos once all this is over?
I don't know. There's something there they want, though. It could be the city itself, could be treasure, or maybe it could just be, their sworn enemy, that one person.
Well, to be perfectly honest, any fate is better than the one that lies with the one T.
Why not both?
Would I know that Yuan Ti are immune to poison or resistant to poison?
I would think that due to the fact that they haven't been around for a long ass time, from at least with the information that you all have obtained at this point, I would say it's very unlikely.
But I couldn't like make the connection between snakes and like I don't know. Assuming a snake is resistant to poison, I assume they are.
I guess if you
Fair
want to
enough.
make those assumptions, but I mean, so correct me if I'm wrong, Rekka, but isn't it like just because something's venomous doesn't mean it's immune to like being poisoned?
So that's kind of the thing with 5th edition. They don't really differentiate between venom and poison in terms of damage type.
That's fair.
But in the real world, yeah, it's different.
Oh, I mean, poisonous is when you bite it, or bite it, you are hurt. When it bites, venomous is when it bites you, you are.
Yeah.
Some things are both, but it's kind of rare.
That's true. But I don't think in real world snakes are immune to their own venom. I could be
No.
wrong.
No, fair enough.
I'm not sure.
At any rate, so what is it you intend to do, my friend?
Well, at its simplest, just remain unseen and hear what I can hear. We specifically made it so that they were separate from us, so they should probably lower their guard, so to say.
If you feel that you must sneak in, I would be willing to create a diversion for you.
Well, that's the thing. I need to be unseen, but I also still need them to discuss whatever it is they might discuss. It's really more of an information gathering than anything.
How about I escort you?
I'll definitely take the help. And then if we get caught, it's just a matter of, playing up the old drunkie routine. Oh, I stumbled into the camp.
I mean, if we go at night, they can't see me, more or less. I'm that good.
Remember, I can cast my spell to make you a little more stealthy.
Oh, well. Yes.
Do we have some sort of illusions? Like, could you make an illusion of all of us and then 4 of us sneak in?
I do not possess that level of capability.
Damn.
I can produce minor illusions to distract them, but it does not seem that this will help you.
Perhaps what might be good is we plan on 1 or 2 of us actually infiltrating the camp, and then the rest of us being on standby, not too far away, just in case the shit hits the fan.
Krev, perhaps you could make all of this null and just shapeshift into perhaps that of a mouse or some other creature that is common, an insect even.
Yes. I hope
make your way in, learn what you need, and then leave.
I hope the Yuan Ti don't eat mice. They are snake people.
Oh, we're not sneaking into a 1T camp. We're sneaking into the camp of, what I can't remember what they're called. The wheat civets, the ones who we came here with.
Oh, the guild, yes, but I think our concern was if it was overrun. Right?
Well, perhaps in league with, but I wouldn't rule out being infiltrated by either, personally.
I mean, what are we seeking to find out? If they still exist, and that's it? Or...
I just think there's another reason they're helping, and there's another goal that they haven't told us yet. I don't know if that means siding with the 1T or if it just means profiteering from war, but I'd like to find out.
If their plan is to side with the Yuan Ti, they'll be very mistaken. When they try to ally with them, they'll be attacked just as equally.
I still think we're best off that myself, and maybe, I don't know, Racket sneak in there. I mean, Racket, they've seen Racket drink a lot, right? So he could easily pass off being drunk if he gets caught.
Very true.
I mean, I think the only point of sneaking really was to get past any potential Yuan Ti. I mean, we're part of the guild. We don't need to hide from the people of the town.
I would say the sneaking was meant to just hear the conversations they would have if they thought us to not be within earshot.
Krev, these people who we are allies with, they are our friends now, but what if they have other intentions once the 1T are gone?
Oh, I'm sure Bragdar has considered that. He must know.
Do you think Bragdar also considered that we intend to remove him from power ourselves?
Is that something we want to tell him if we go out there? Or are we going to do that after we're all there?
It is something we may have to do.
I mean, I'm sure we're going to have to tell him at some point, but I don't know if it would be best to tell him now.
Well, it depends on how soon our allies force our hand, yes? It is best to know how what they intend to do.
What time is it at the moment?
So you all had arrived a little late into the night into Goldshire at just near 10 o'clock. And then after the conversation, splitting off just a bit for you to kind of go to the tavern and obtain some information. And after talking to Sir Samson, I would say it is near 10:30.
One would assume they'll be sleeping now, right? That would be the perfect time to, go through certain things in their camp. I think we
Oh,
should
like-
just go now.
Yeah, we could maybe catch conversations of the last few awake, drinking the last of their ale before calling it. Maybe rifle through some documents. Who knows? Let's see where the night takes us.
Okay, let's go. And I'm uniquely suited for this. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm able to disguise myself fairly well, if it comes down to that.
Very well. Shall we, comrades? Is this agreeable that Trace and I infiltrate, and then the rest of you remain nearby, just in case muscle is needed? We'll say.
Yes.
I will remain nearby.
So, how
Kref,
far out should we wait? Should we wait, in the forest just outside?
yeah.
I mean, I think it was pretty clear with our allies here that we were supposed to go in and speak with them before they came in, so that we could tell them that we had allies and not think that they were being invaded.
I guess my understanding of the conversation previously was, they would camp outside the city for the night while we would stay inside the city.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have pass without without trace, Kref?
I do. That's why I was saying earlier. I think that would be helpful if.
Yeah. Well, how about you turn into a mouse, cast a spell, and jump into my pocket or something?
That could work as well.
That would make it impossible for them to spot me. And you.
Hmm.
Yes, whatever you do, just do not feed him to your snake. Yes.
Oh, don't worry.
Why don't I just turn into a dog instead or something and then walk with you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I think we should do that. Like
Sure.
pretending Record is out walking his dog, and I'll follow along on the side.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah, let's do that. Well, so Record, what is the name of your dog?
In a panic, he'll say, butt liquor.
No,
I
that does
would've-
not work.
I would have suggested Verk.
Oh.
Krev, Verk.
That is not understanding what you're saying.
It is your name backwards.
Oh,
Oh, Ralph.
Haha.
Record and Ralph.
I am agreeable.
Let's go.
And then, so it is set. Rekid and his dog Ralph and Trace take off from the tavern and make their way outside. Once each of you exit the tavern, you'll notice that the rain is beginning to fall quite a bit heavier, as you probably heard it kind of hitting the window from the room where each of you were talking. But as each of you head out, you know that they are going to be just on the outside of the town. So at this point, I don't think I would necessarily need a check from Krev, but
wait, aren't we still in Goldshire though?
Yep.
I thought we were doing this once we were like right outside Lahles.
I don't think you understood what we were doing.
yeah, I don't think
Okay.
so either.
Oh, so we were trying to sneak out from our party. You mean?
Yeah, so you guys are sneaking away,
Okay.
leaving Kadir and Onyx in the room as the three
Yeah.
of you go. And since you are a dog, I don't believe I'll need a stealth check from you.
Okay. So before
And-
I do that, I was gonna say I would probably cast Pass Without Trace on us. Let me just check the time it lasts.
Pass without me?
It lasts. Oh, it only lasts for an hour. I don't know if we need that. Nah, I'll pass for now. I won't. Yeah. I'll
Without.
just turn into the dog instead.
And
With a trace.
Trace, I mean, you're invisible, so I believe that it gives you the advantage. And
Yeah, get it right.
then Rekid, I don't know if you're actually trying to like sneak in or if you're just going to be putting on a performance. I wasn't sure what you landed on there.
No, I for sure want to sneak in because the whole point of this is, they think we're not around. They might have conversations that they would otherwise not have, and I want to hear those conversations. So
Okay.
my first method is to try and remain unnoticed, and then if I'm caught, I can just play it off as like, oh, I'm just drunk and stumbling around and walking my dog.
I understand. That was the backup plan. Okay, I took it at first as like those were just the like option A and B kind of thing. So go ahead and give
Gotcha.
me a stealth check as well.
Okay.
I get it. We're passing with a trace and a record.
And well, let me ask this real quick before I just move on. Krev, are you gonna attempt to just stay out of sight too, or as the dog, or you are going to just be a dog?
Well, I mean,
And by
I'm gonna
that, I
be
mean,
with
like,
them,
walk around
so
and shit.
I mean, I was gonna be with them. I think so. I wasn't gonna split up from them. So I think if they're gonna try to stealth, it would make sense if I was.
Yep, that's why I was double checking.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check then.
Yeah. I gotta open up the sheet real quick. Stealth. Here we are. I gotta turn off guidance real quick. 1 second. Stealth. There we go. Not bad.
Ooh, all nice
Nice.
rolls. So, as each of you make your way, you'll kind of follow some of the drunken guild members that were leaving the tavern just moments before, up towards the north side of Goldshire. And as each of you are making your way, can all three of you go ahead and give me a perception check while you're tailing these two to the camp?
Oh shit.
Blind son.
Trace and Krev, both of you will hear that they, the two that are talking. Ugh, this kind of beats being back in that hot ass area. At least this rain's pretty refreshing. Yeah, well, we'll be showering ourselves in the enemy's blood, sure enough. Once we take care of all them, what do they say, those Yanti? I don't know, just something about snakes and helping out the city. And as they carry this conversation on, each of you will, give them a bit of a tale, eventually making your way to the campsite where you all find a nice shaded area, and just basically, let's say, like a nice place to hide, a nice dark area to hide. Each of you feel well hidden.
As we walk, I occasionally look down at my UNT detector.
What?
It is silent.
Okay.
All right.
And then about 10 minutes goes by where it is nothing but just drunken conversations between the two. You all choosing to stay?
Is it just these two people that are there?
Not just the two. I'm sorry, not just the two, but like between like two people, kind of just like walking around in pairs. It's just drunken
Oh, okay.
conversation of all like these in between each of the guild members.
Yeah, I think I'll wait a little bit longer to see what else I can hear.
Is there like a command tent or so?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of hitting up next, but I just want to kind of see what else we can hear from the the regular foot soldiers.
Fair.
You tell Ralph to stay.
Yes, sit, Ralph.
You know I can understand you, I say mentally, telepathically.
Then telepathically, you'll hear me respond, "Fuck." But yeah, let's see what else we can hear.
Go ahead and each of you give me another perception check at this point.
I forget, do I get advantage as a dog like I do as a wolf, like a dire wolf?
If
on
you
perception check?
have like the keen senses where it applies to the hearing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure dogs would have that, like, since wolves do. I have no idea.
Hey,
But
look up the character.
Is there an actual stat block for just dog?
There's a war mastiff, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so assuming I'm a war master.
It's in the PA.
Yeah, it does have keen hearing and smell.
Okay.
It is in the pitch B.
Sounds like you said bitch B.
Pitch B.
Okay,
But
sorry,
only-
just mastiff. Just mastiff.
But only 12 wisdom, though.
Well, again, it's
You-
true.
you
You
keep-
use your
Oh, yeah, your moon druid,
normal
yeah.
stats. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I'm just gonna roll perception because I can't find it in D&D Beyond right now. Oh, geez, it doesn't really matter anyways.
Yeah, not bad.
Use roll 20. It's easy to find stuff there.
Plenty of easy ways to find. I can't believe you can't find it on D&D Beyond.
Phew.
The main thing that each of you will pick up after waiting just like a bit is you will hear that there some of the guild members speaking about well, are you even sure what the officers are thinking? Well, yeah, I mean they have to know what's going on, right? Like why would we just be going in there blind? I'm sure we're just being kept in the dark. And then as this one kind of just like takes this tankard and tips it upside down, you see Rekid, your heart kind of breaks just a little bit as like the last bits of the ale get poured out on the ground. I think I've had quite enough. Well, I guess it's time to get into bed. I don't think we'll have much trouble being so close to town. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe trying to sneak a nap on my watch. Don't get caught. And after those two kind of walk away, groups will begin to just, eventually start to make their way towards the tents. Some heading out, walking within 5 to 10 feet from you at some points, not ever noticing, and going through the town. From what you can gather, seems to be going on patrol.
All right, let's make our way towards the command tent.
I guess that's a thing. The tent with the yellow top.
If each of you are going to move out and start to make your way through the camp, I will need a stealth check from each of you. Once again.
So, quick question, Kyle.
What's up?
Many games ago, you awarded me inspiration for a funny joke. Do those carry over from game to game?
Inspiration or the funny jokes?
The inspiration. Well, I know about the jokes, but does the inspiration carry
Yes,
over?
yes.
Okay. I'm good.
I mean, the only time that, like, you lose it is when you use it. That's all.
Okay.
Just like your virginity.
What was that movie, The 40-Year-Old Virgin?
That.
The movie was funny as shit.
Nice roll, Trace.
Thank you.
You're very sneaky. You are literally invisible.
I am.
So,
Weirdly enough.
each of you making your way through, you can easily spot the larger tent, and assuming this to be the command tent where Orth and Nalra are set up, you will notice that there is the Wheat Civets Guild insignia on the flaps of this main tent as well.
Is anyone watching? Like, can I see anyone? Like,
You don't see anyone around.
Could you spell out wheat civet for me, like in chat or something?
Sure. Oh, you beat me to it. Thank you.
Perker.
I'm going to pull out my my ink and my paper pen, I guess it's just called, and I'm going to like cross over wheat and type wheat instead.
Nice.
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 This telepathic communication to Krev, can I just use that at any time, or does he have to initiate that?
No, I mean I understand you. I mean normally, when you're in wild shape, you can understand. You just can't talk back. I can because
it's not
of
like
the-
message.
Yeah, no, I can speak back to you telepathically because I'm the type of halfling I am.
But I can't talk to you telepathically.
That I need to check.
No, you can't.
I
Not
don't-
as a
I-
ghostwise.
Yeah, I think only
Okay.
can initiate.
Yeah, only I can speak telepathically. Correct.
Okay, then I'm gonna bend down to get right up next to Krev's dog ear and just whisper, "Can you sniff out to see if anyone is currently in the command tent?"
See, aren't we?
Oh, I thought we were outside the tent.
No, I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, you're
Oh,
outside. Don't
shit.
listen to Krev.
Teleporting us and shit.
He's playing Star Wars at the moment.
All right, so yeah, can I from outside the tent try to see if I can smell somebody in the tent? Is that possible?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Hey. Oof. All right. Well, 18's good.
So you pick up a few scents, but you're not able to pinpoint if it's fully coming from within the tent or not. While some of the scents are strong, it seems that the rain has diminished quite a bit.
And I just telepathically tell Rekid, I think there might be somebody in there, but the rain is kind of making it difficult to tell if there are people in there or if it's just smells of other things in there.
Ah, understood. Trace, do you want to go take a peek, perhaps, Mr. Invisible?
As soon as I'm done typing weed, I sneak under the tent. Well, I'll try to somewhere see if I can get under the tent, not the entrance, but
Yeah, I think with that previous stealth check, that you can do that no problem.
Okay.
As you make your way inside, you can hear the rain battering against the top of the tent, and just a bit of a. And as you take a look around, the one of the oil lanterns will be burning just a little bit, as it appears that it is just about to go out. And as you take a quick look around, you will notice Orth and Nalra both sleeping in their sleeping bags.
Is there any I don't know, disc with important papers or something?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. If you're gonna be thumbing through it, or if you're just gonna look around, you can give me a perception.
Well, I'll investigate. 15.
As you take a look around, thumbing through some of the bags and things, you do not find anything of significance that, or at least what you're looking for.
Do I find something worth a lot of money?
Yes. You'll find a platinum ring with a red gem in it. You will also find some weaponry, gear, things of that nature. Nothing of major significance on that end, but expensive-wise, the ring.
I'll just slip the ring into a pocket and then I'll leave.
Okay. So you slip back out underneath the tent, or are you just going to go through the flap?
Same way as I came.
Gotcha. Alright, you make your way back out. As you do, the only thing that you'll hear is a little bit of a toss and a turn as Orth is just kind of moving about in his sleeping bag. And you'll hear him just kind of mutter, something that you can't quite understand, mainly just sounding like.
Grunt, fart, snore.
Well, I stealth back to Regan and whisper to him. I didn't really find anything interesting in there.
Well, no news is good news, I suppose. Any other interesting
Yes.
tents?
I don't know. Maybe there's a beer tent.
Ooh.
Or a rabbit tent.
Nah.
One of those is a lot more likely than the other.
Yeah. The beer tent is unlikely. Who would have that? I mean, come on.
But yeah, Kyle, have we noticed any other, I don't know, tents that look of import?
You do not notice any tents of like major importance. You'll notice that a couple of them have just a couple drunk guards and guild members kind of just passed out around them, but nothing really sticks out.
Well, I guess we should stop while we're ahead, gentlemen.
Yes.
Let's pull on out of here.
All right. Well, while you all are heading your way back, Kadir and Onyx, is there anything that you would like to do in the time that they've been gone?
No.
I can't really think of anything. No. I would just like to be. I'll be continuing the work on whatever item I was working on prior to that I had rolled at the end of last game.
Gotcha. So as you're working on your, what was it, the half plate, I believe?
Yeah.
Yep, the half plate made of the Umberhulk chitin. I have this. Okay, so you can go ahead and give me your roll for it, and we'll take off the time for it there. And then what I'll say is, as each of you are both sitting in the room quietly, time seems to be just creeping by. Kadir, beginning work on your armor. Well, I don't know if it's specifically yours. Ooh, hell of a roll.
31.
Yeah.
31. I had
Christ.
16 hours left. Tell me I'm done. If it's anything else, I don't want to hear it right now.
Okay.
It's like my first net 20 in like 5 games. So thank you.
Well, then I will say, as you're just kind of working on this, each of you will begin to hear what sounds to be footsteps echoing through the hall. And then it seems to be 3 pairs as they stop outside the door. And then opening the door, you will see Rekid, Trace, and Ralph the dog.
Oh, I get it. Wait, how many legs?
So it seems to be about 3 sets. Little
Okay,
pitter-patter
so,
with the puppy.
the dog is missing 1 set then.
Well, I think set versus pair, right?
I guess.
Okay.
I
All
do
right.
not want to hear it right now. I have had an extreme breakthrough. I am this close to finishing my work. Perhaps tomorrow. Closest door.
Oh, okay.
I found this ring, by the way.
Ooh, is it pretty?
It is. I mean, I would say it's very pretty. I don't know.
Ooh.
Maybe you're not a platinum guy. Maybe you're just more of a gold guy.
Wow.
Ooh, pretty.
Fucking slighted.
There was an Overwatch insult in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
You get it?
It took a second, but yeah.
So wait, did Kadir get to see this? The ring, that is.
It seemed that Kadir just kind of opened the door, said he was having a breakthrough, and then went back to his work. And then
No. I didn't even get up to walk the door. Prestidigitation to open it. Prestidigitation to close it.
Well, then there's your answer. So it would just be you three in the hall at the moment.
Let's get some sleep, I guess.
All right. Is Kadir the jewel professional? Is that him? I forget.
He's just a craft. He does everything, right?
Maybe he can take a look at it in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, good night. Good job, fellas. We did it.
Rough. I mean, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ralph, do you need to go outside? Ralph, do you need to go outside?
I pee on your leg.
Ah, shit. All right.
I can't wait to slip on that tomorrow morning.
You're like, Eureka! Ah!
I've done it! Falls right on top of it, collapses downstairs. No! If my armor breaks that easily, I would be upset. I mean, it's shit armor anyhow. So.
Oh, the irony. But all right.
Smells musty in here now.
Well, so everyone go and getting their rest. Move on to the morning.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after Ralph pees on your leg, Rekid, and then each of you go get your night of rest, we will move on to the morning of April 22nd. You can see a bit of light beginning to appear through some of the blinds and curtains in each of your rooms. And while it is still very dim, you will hear the rain continuing to fall. Kadir, can you give me a perception check, please?
I can, if I could find my character sheet. All right.
All right, thank you. And the rest of you can begin your morning, whatever your morning routines are, and then I'm not sure if the plan is to go meet in Kadir's room or perhaps meet downstairs over some breakfast, whatever you guys wish.
Oh, it's bad again. Sorry, I can't hear what you're saying.
He was saying we could just start our morning however we see fit, basically. Could maybe
Yep.
be over some breakfast.
He's back. He was saying, where do we meet? My room or breakfast?
You're a robot as well.
Oh, bye. Hello. How you doing? Have you met Trace before?
We have to capture the Allspark.
Is that any better, Trace, or are you still having issues?
Maybe he dropped. Or...
It's showing that his mic is just on and making noise, but I don't hear him.
Hmm.
Oh, bye. Welcome back. Don't y'all just love Discord issues? Aren't they the best?
No.
I can hear you, Trace. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, I could hear him.
Yep.
I assume Kyle is trying to talk to me, but I
There
can't.
we are.
I can't hear Kyle at all.
Oh, weird.
Kyle, talk.
I'm talking right now. What else would you like me to say?
Did you hear that, Signa?
That you talked? Yes.
He said that
Kyle.
I've sounded like Optimus Prime to him on just his side. I'm not really sure why.
He said he can't hear you at all. But I can hear him and I can hear you.
Wait, can Kyle hear Signa?
Yeah.
No. Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is so fucking weird.
Wow, this is unique. Could someone submit a report to Discord? All right, so I have an idea. Signa, listen to the stream, and then respond to Kyle through those.
You know how long of an audio delay there is on that? Like,
It's
It's a good 15 seconds, I think.
I know it'll be funny.
it'd be faster for us to just pass the message along. I was gonna say maybe try rebooting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
I mean,
Kyle, I wanted to ask, what progress-wise am I? I think I was at 24 hours prior to the Nat 20. Where am I now?
Well, you said that you didn't want to hear it if you weren't done, so
Oh my God, why did you take
I
it?
guess it's a mystery.
All right, whatever. I rate this conversation whatever out of 10.
You have 6 hours remaining.
Thanks.
oh, the sourness.
Jerkosaurus Rex.
I know. It was still sassy. But that's why we love him.
Can I at least have an advantage on my next check so that I don't nat 1 on the last one?
Yeah, you can have disadvantage. That's fine.
Thanks.
Well, while
Like
he's
because he said that he's gonna nat one now. Like that's just
I know.
while he's oh, there he is.
that was quick.
I don't know if it worked. I probably still sound like shit on his side.
Well, now you just sound like Optimus Prime again, but at least I can hear you.
Something.
Well, I guess that's moving on up in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange.
All right, so the morning is yours, each of you, as of the moment.
Cool. So I guess it would be best to meet in our rooms. So after I finish working, I'll go rouse everyone at some obscene hour, and then complain why everyone hasn't slept.
Has Wreckage showered yet?
Does he ever?
Oh yeah, if you knock on the door and Record's still asleep, he's definitely fully nude.
Well, I was gonna say, damn. I was gonna wait till you get up, because I was gonna say, damn, you smell like you pissed your pants, dude. Like, like,
You would have had to have pissed on him really hard for that to be like an all-consuming smell. Like it would have had to have been a load of
There would have
piss.
been some dynamic marking.
yeah. What is this? Akamaru's piss.
Yeah, right.
Oh jeez.
That was the joke. Thank you.
Yep.
Are y'all over here making Naruto jokes?
Yes.
Shit's fucking 2004.
I just finished the series for the first time of the
Great.
original, so.
Yeah, are they making Naruto jokes, Michael? Believe it.
I just started Shippuden. I'm like on 30 episodes in. Yeah. Anyways.
So, Kadir, you're going out of the room. The first thing that you'll notice is a barmaid scrubbing the floor. And as she looks up to you with her blue eyes and blonde hair, you'll see that she's got it like kind of pulled back a bit, wearing some just dirty clothes, assuming that she's been working hard all night. She'll wipe the sweat from her brow and look at you and say, "Excuse me, sir, do you have an animal in your room? This hall reeks of piss."
Yeah, there was this crazy ass dog. It was barking and hollering, and then it pissed right there. Damn shame. You should not allow pets in here.
They are not allowed. You can be assured of that. And if we find whoever this culprit is, they will be removed from the tavern at once.
Oh, you should probably execute them while they're at it, just to be safe.
Personally, I agree.
Well, good day. Oh wait, is it? It's tipping. Yes. Can I flip a silver coin her way?
Sure.
All right, do that.
I love how casually people just give, or adventurers just give money to people for like no reason.
to be fair, we are insanely rich. We have like a bunch of, stuff.
All right. right. Well, then I'll say after Kadir kind of gathers everyone else, meeting back up in the room, grabbing Onyx next. Then Krev and then Trace.
Well, I have gathered you all here today so you may talk about whatever it was you did last night. That I certainly have no knowledge of.
Well, we were successful in our sneakery, in that we weren't caught, but perhaps not so successful in terms of finding what we were looking for.
Well, perhaps we should take it that there's nothing to find.
Yeah, I suppose. You win some, you lose some. But I believe our friend Trace here may have found something interesting at least.
Oh, yes, I found this ring. Someone must have lost it.
Damn shame.
Yes, an interesting find. I am supposing you would like me to appraise such an item.
Sure.
All right. Well, one moment, please. Actually, I would give me go downstairs, order breakfast. I don't know. Give me just get me some eggs and toast. I will peruse the ring. I will be done in 10 minutes.
What kind of eggs?
Not rabbit. Wait, rabbits have anyhow. The
Rabbits don't lay eggs.
they can if you anyhow.
That's poop.
Ew, Kadir's been eating rabbit poop.
Right.
How about a nice eggs Benedict? I bet their hollandaise sauce is great.
Before you can finish, Trace turns around and walks downstairs and says, I would like some rabbit poop and toast for my friend.
Delivered to room 420.
Yep.
I am keeping this. And I take it upstairs to my the ring upstairs where I cast Identify on it.
Oh, it's magic?
Ritual casting Identify takes 10 minutes.
I, as a player, suspected it might be magical, but my character has no reason to suspect that.
All right. I pocket it for now, and that's it.
All right. So after the 10 minutes of casting, ritual casting Identify, then making your way back downstairs, the other 4 members of your party, each of your friends, are gathered around a table and a plate of food of rabbit poop and toast.
Is that actually?
No, I'm just that's not
I throw the plate at the window. And,
I mean,
and whatever. What was the rune that I had inscribed into the table? I'm bringing that shit back.
I mean, just imagine Kyle saying that sentence in Optimus Prime's voice. Just imagine. It's hilarious.
Dang, now I kind of wish I could hear it.
So, Kadir, what was my ring like?
I hold up 5 fingers, and then and then 2 closed fists.
Wait, what?
Later, perhaps on the road.
I eat my rabbit. I assume that's what I got served.
I assume that's what you were ordering.
Yes.
That is a fair assumption. You know him well.
A rabbit stew.
But you've already had that.
Oh yeah, I have. That's true. Rabbit kebab. Is that a thing?
Rabbit pot pie.
Kebab. Rabbit kebab.
Yeah, kebab. That'll work.
Yeah.
All right. Another one off the list. So, if there's nothing you'd all like to discuss, then we'll just move on forward.
Okay.
So,
Once. Oh, sorry.
oh, go ahead.
I just saw that. Oh,
Once,
Ragged, that was good.
once we get back on the road and we're heading towards Lahles and we're in our wagon, I give the ring to Trace in a kind of like a closed-fisted, just dropping it off in his hands manner, and I say 500.
Oh. 500 what?
Gold. Non-magical. It is merely very valuable.
Oh, you can keep it then.
Do I? Are there any like insignias on it? Any insignias on it that would indicate wheat civet?
There are actually. Just on the inside of the band, there is the Wheat Civet Guild insignia.
Well,
That could be handy.
perhaps it may require a bit of work to make it saleable. It is easily identifiable. Perhaps a jewelsmith could rub off the insignia for you before you sell it.
Do I know? Could I work out which one of the two the ring belonged to?
I am not sure.
Yeah, I would say that you're not really sure. Like when digging through the bag, you just little bits of clothing here and there, and just supplies. Like
Was it female clothes or was it male clothes? Was there any panties in there?
no.
Okay.
Listen, guys can wear panties too.
Fair enough. Braston. There you go. I guess they. Never mind.
I'm happy to have made this sufficiently confusing for you.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'll say is, as each of you exit the tavern and start to make your way towards the camp, you'll see Orth and Nalra giving some orders, packing things up, and as Orth spots each of you, he'll give Nalra a little elbow nudge and begin to wave. Morning! How'd each of you sleep? I'd say probably a bit more dry than we did.
Not as well, I mean, I think Reckon's leg's a little wetter than y'all.
Yeah, my night was piss poor, honestly.
Got him. I'm ready to close this quest out. I'm done with walking for now. I say, even though I ride the cart.
Well, I guess it's... Just give us a few more moments, but we'll be ready to go in about 10-15 minutes.
Very well. We will get a head start on the road.
Is the plan still to meet on the west side of the river?
It is. I will see you there, comrade.
All right. And each of you begin to make your way down the road. And as each of you begin riding out, Jeeves will say, "Is it possible that we can perhaps pull an awning or something over? I don't want to be catching a cold when almost getting home."
Yes. I would not see any reason not to. When you say pulling an awning, are you talking about like stopping the cart or the wagon?
Just maybe giving like a blanket or something around him for like extra warmth.
Yes. Are you feeling well, Jeeves?
It'll just seems that it'll be raining all day, and well, if we're looking to keep a good pace, I imagine that the cold wind will make my bones a bit chattery.
Of course.
Of course, I cannot disagree with this. I would like to, while we're on the road, I would like to try and finish out my half plate.
Okay, you can go ahead and give me your roll, and then anybody else?
Don't
Uh,
stop me
think
now.
we're good.
And I have a D4, 15. Oh,
Nice. All right, well, that will be completed. And you can now go ahead and give me the investigation check.
13.
You can definitely tell where you can make a little bit of improvements here and there, especially after the previous night of making good headway with it. But this one you will know is definitely better crafted, and it will come out to be a +1/+1, or just a +1. Sorry, it's not a weapon.
uh, let's see here. Thank you very much. Half plate is 15. 17. Okay, cool. I equip my half plate armor and my Umber Hulk shield as well. So I have robes of red with like this. I'm imagining like relatively thin chitinous plating. Probably some pauldrons that are have like slight spikes to them, and the majority of the plate covers the chest and stomach with plates that will also hang down to protect the legs, with chitinous bands around the wrists as well. So I definitely like a red and yellow aesthetic.
That sounds dope.
So no more stealthing.
Armor class? No, absolutely. Well, I was disadvantaged previously. That's why I didn't sneak with you the previous night. But I'm currently up to 21 armor class.
Like I was saying, anything else? But that's pretty good. I think my highest one was 22 or 20, somewhere around there.
Well, we're only level 4, so it's pretty good. Like,
Yeah, I was like level 5 or 6 when I finished.
There are definitely some classes that buff armor class a lot better, but considering I don't really have anything to do it with but crafting, this is about as good as I can expect.
like my character in Friday's game is like just stupid armor class.
Yeah, I was thinking of Blade Singers tend to get stupid high ACs, especially since they have shield.
Oh, in my Monday game, my paladin has 31 without shield, and he casts shield as well. But he's high level though, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah, high level paladins are the other class that tend to get to that too.
Yeah.
I had a warlock that could get up to like 28, but it's the paladins that go crazy, especially if they do have shield.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Well, he has the
thank you very
glory.
much.
He has the glory paladin, so he has the whatever it's called, same as shield. Glorious defense or something.
Yeah.
So
Sentinel shield, I think it's like.
no. The path of glory, oath of glory paladin has like a feature that's similar to shield.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. That's not like a commonly chosen paladin. That's one of the That's one of the.
One of the new ones. I was allowed to change oath
I was
with my
thinking of
paladin.
Oath of the Crown. Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is
Yeah.
the Greek setting one.
Sick.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's in Tashes though. So yeah, it's like it gives you 5 AC and it gives you an attack opportunity if it like reflects the
Sick.
attack. Yeah, it's very good, but it's level 15 ability though.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's a high level ability, but that is sick.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Like I asked before, did anybody else want to do anything else?
I'm good.
Okay. Just want to make sure before moving on.
I mean, not everyone is a serial crafter as Kadia. I mean, workaholic.
This will move you on to April 23rd. And then from this point right here, can each of you make me a perception check?
I would prefer just to give advantage to. I would prefer just to give advantage to Trace.
Thank you kindly. $20.
Just need then onyxes, right? Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So each of you will spot as you're making your way up to like this river, the wooden, mainly wooden bridge with the stone upholds, like the pillars that keep it upright and steadied. And then Trace and Krev, each of you will begin to see black smoke rising from the east. You can tell that it's coming from Lahles and well towards the what would be the east side of the city.
Do you guys see the smoke over there? On the east of the city.
I assume I do, right? Do I see the
I
smoke?
pointed out.
Oh yeah, then we see it.
Oh,
I mean-
Well, so I would presume. Do we still presume to stick to the old plan?
We better. That's what the rest of the unit's expecting.
Very well. In that case, we do not sally into this battle. Does it look like there's an active battle or just burning?
Just burning.
Okay. In that case, we'll remain here. Krev, if you could summon an animal messenger to find Bragdar. Trace, if you could go ahead and do our scouting for us.
Sure.
If you are able to walk through the city gates, then please feel free.
I find a bird and do the ritual animal messenger and send a message to Bragdar telling him we are back with the first battalion of reinforcements with more to follow.
And to meet us outside the city to the west.
Yeah, that too.
Alright, I'm sick of watching this egg fire out of this rabbit's bum.
You just click on the other screen and it stops moving.
And Trace, you're just gonna sneak off ahead?
Yes.
Alright. I'm guessing, gonna move quite quickly, getting a bit closer before even attempting to stealth. So as you make your way up, I mean, it will take a couple of hours before you are clearly able to see the city walls at this point, and you will see that the gates and doors are closed.
I mean, seeing as a ranger, I can stealth my normal speed. That's one of my natural explorer abilities. So
Yeah,
I'll
it just
stealth all the
wasn't
way.
like really like I figured like on the horse would be a little bit harder and just to, like kind of close the gap.
Oh, I'm not on a horse. I hate horses.
You're not gonna take Brego?
Hell no. Trace doesn't like
Well, then it's gonna
using
take you a little
animals.
bit longer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I mean, how long is how far outside the city are we?
I believe about 5 to so miles. If I right.
All right, so that's like an hour and a half. Assuming he's walking at a normal walking pace.
Guess I'll be running. Well, running to get ahead at least, and then stealthing.
Well, everyone else is staying back.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I'll make it as fast as I can.
And how long does your thing take? Just 10 minutes there, Krev?
Yeah, just the ritual's 10 minutes.
Perfect. And you said send in a bird.
Yep.
Cool beans. So Trace was seeing that the walls are, well, like the city walls and the entranceways are closed. Anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, sorry, I didn't get that at all. You turned into a robot. Could you come again, Kyle? Sorry.
After seeing that the gates are closed at the city walls, what's your next move?
I'm going to see if I can. Is there any visible guards or anything?
You can go ahead and make me a perception check.
Ooh, 10.
You see about 10 to 15 from what you can kind of pick out, patrolling the walls.
And no UNT, I assume.
No, you do not see any Yundi.
And my UNT detector is not going off?
Nope, it's still silent.
Good. I'm going to like. I can still see the smoke, right?
Yes, I mean you can see that it's, while still dark in color, like a black plume of smoke, it does seem to be dwindling, just ever so slightly. Rain seems to be beating it away.
Okay. And like, I assume that like we were in Lahles for like a few days, right? No, a few weeks.
Yeah.
What was it a noisy city in general? Like, can I hear anything come from the city? And like, no, I don't know.
I mean, you hear some things coming from the city, but it's definitely not as much of a ruckus and the hustle and bustle that was going about the streets before.
Okay, and there's a wall all around the city, right?
Yep, all that lead all the way up to the coast.
Is there any way I could climb the wall somewhere fast?
I mean, it would definitely be a little difficult to scale. Probably about 40 foot at like a
Ooh.
lowest point.
That's a one tall wall. Hmm. I'm just thinking for a moment. Yeah, I'll just return.
You see a bird fly above.
I shoot it with my arrow. I'm kidding, I know it's...
Oh my god, I was just started laughing. I was like, yeah, I hope he's joking.
No, I wouldn't. It's not a rabbit, right? So
No, it's not a rabbit.
If you did shoot it, that would be really annoying.
yeah, I know. I mean, rabbits are the bacon of the nature, right?
Ah, yes, nature bacon.
Yep. I return to everyone else.
So, roughly about 2 to 3 hours after Trace had taken off, he returns. Krev, it would have, just have been about that same amount of time since you've sent forth your animal message.
Everything appears surprisingly normal. There's guards on the wall. There's like the city appeared a little quieter than normally, but that could be for several reasons. But it appeared normal.
Was
The
there?
gates were closed though.
Yes, that is the abnormal. Oh, I figured it out. They do not want anyone leaving or entering the city. They've sealed it off.
Yeah, that is the normal purpose of gates.
Do you question, Kyle? I don't know if I would know this or not, so I need to ask you. Do I know about 1T purebloods?
I think,
AKA 1T that look like people?
yeah, I think it would fall under the same kind of like line as where Trace was asking about the like poison resistances and such things. Because they haven't been around for like too long, there's like very little speculation in the
I
world.
just wasn't sure if we had bumped into one via battle or not yet, so I was just curious.
I mean, we've
Thank
only
you.
had a couple of battles, I think. There's the one below in the sewers, and then the one in town, right?
Right, but they were all so long ago, I can't remember.
There
mean,
was
they-
the one that was some.
They,
Didn't he have like a ton of arms or something?
tons of snakes as arms. I mean, some of
Yeah.
them definitely had like human characteristics, but I wouldn't know.
Could I roll an intelligence check if I could venture to think that?
Sure.
I'm gonna roll straight intelligence.
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
No. Okay. Thank you. So, if they've sealed off the city, that would certainly explain why Goldshire has not seen any refugees. I would not venture to explain as to why, but well, perhaps Bragdar can explain it himself once he's arrived.
Do you think they've been infiltrated or something?
We have no reason to believe this, but they clearly are afraid. They're clearly afraid of either. A good reason for closing the gates is that you expect a besieging force to take the city. So I would venture to surmise that it is that they are protecting the city from a standing 1T force just walking in. Perhaps it opens up manpower so that they may better guard the sea. At any rate, that does give me some hope. They are still attempting to protect themselves. That implies that the 1T still have the 1T do not have control. I think at this point we just wait for Bragdar. With a standing force outside their city, it won't be long until they come anyhow. Well, have Orth and Nara caught up yet?
Not yet.
Well, I suppose we wait.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So I'm just gonna wait on guard, and that's it. In my eyes, we're in enemy territory, so.
Gotcha. So, as the time goes by, Jeeves will maybe giving like a bit of a shiver here and there. The horses and it's shaking off the water as it kind of whips off of each of their manes. And from the position of the sun, you can see it reaching just past midday when each of you will spot a large force of troops beginning to appear from the west.
I would like to, at some point, I would like to make make Jeeves some warm tea using prestidigitation. Take me like a solid 12 seconds.
Oh, thank you, Master Kadir. This will do quite nicely.
Take care of yourself. We're so close to home now.
And once those, like that force gets closer, you'll see two leading the way on horses, still kind of obscuring your vision a bit, eventually making their way up. You'll know them to be the Wheat Silvet guild members. Ugh. Does it ever stop raining here?
Ah, yes, a large change from the desert, is it not?
Yeah, it was kind of nice at first, but I don't know, it just seems too wet. How can you get anything done?
I think it's peaceful.
So, have you all made it in and on your way back, or what's
Yes.
what's the word?
The city gates are closed, and we have sent a message to Bragdar. We have not attempted to infiltrate the city lest we, incur aggression. We have our message to Bragdar, and he will, I'm sure he will bring himself here shortly.
Well, I would think that if they're expecting us, why don't we just make our way, but you all probably know more than what's going on there than we do.
Well, as we said, the city's on lockdown. We can't just enter.
Well,
I
as
don't know
it was with Goldshire, I'm afraid that a standing force entering Lahles will incur aggression. Besides, this whatever the conversation that comes next is best held outside the city on neutral ground.
Oh. So we're just gonna sit here in the rain until Bragdar responds?
Well, I would at least, he should have received the message an hour and a half ago. If he's not here in 2 hours, then I say we sally in.
Of course.
What all do you think? Is that acceptable?
Well, we were told to follow your orders until the main force arrives. Other than that, just take charge of our own people.
Very well. In that case, we wait 2 hours. Make yourself at home. Have some warm tea.
Wonderful.
Try not to get too soggy.
Question, comrades. Do you recall what time of day the Wanti attack was when we were last here?
It was, well, the large scale attack was in the morning. The other attack was at night.
Ah,
Neither were in the midday.
Just an observation.
A fine one to remember. Leave it to our resident wizard to come up with the ulterior facts.
If I had a pocket full of glitter, I would toss it.
Magic. Can I craft a pocket full of glitter? I'm sure I must have like a bunch of like metal shavings somewhere.
Oh, it's fun for everyone.
Glitter.
I don't know about metal, but maybe the
Pocket
chitin
thing.
work. Well, what I will say is, it's like an hour passes, still, it's like, well, I will say there still seems to be no word from Ragnar. Krev.
Yeah. I just got a message from Bragdar. He said he's kind of stuck in the city at the moment, but he will send Renius to let us in.
Well, very well. If they're just letting us in, then we sally in.
So I sent them a message back saying we will wait for Renius, basically.
Oh. Alright. I'm okay with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so just wait for Renus.
Is that how you spell Renus, or is that
No,
Renius?
that was just a mistype, but it's
Okay.
Renus.
It is Renus? Okay.
Alright.
An hour passes, and the only thing that happens thus far is the rain picks up.
Nice.
Does the rain pick up?
Whatever it wants.
Nice.
Alright.
Another hour passes. You can all assume from the position it is getting late afternoon, assumably 2, maybe 3 in the afternoon. At this point, can each of you roll me a perception check?
Okay.
Golly.
Hey, I'm a halfling. I get to reroll that shit. Hey, polarity dice.
What a reroll!
Yeah, so that was 27, 30 total.
Nice. So, each of you begin to hear what sounds to be a rush, a heavy rush of water. And you can all hear it coming from your south of your current position. As you look, each of you can see this wall of water beginning to make its way down this river, heading straight towards the bridge.
Oh, let's climb a tree.
Waves reaching what you assume to be 20 to 25 foot, maybe even taller.
Holy crap.
Is it exceeding the banks of the river, though?
It is just flowing down the river. Just the banks have risen just a tad bit, but from what you can tell, it is just a large wall of water.
Is this
Can
gonna
I-
like wipe out the bridges? Is that what we expect to see, or?
Let's be on the right side of the bridge, but I'm going to climb a
Yeah,
tree.
I was gonna say like I can't tell, like, are we already on the east side of the bridge? Like on the map, it
You
looks
guys
like we're
said
still
that
on
you
the
were
west
going to
side.
hold on the west side of the river.
Yep.
Oh. Well,
What
I
the
just
hell
told
is that?
Bragdar that we were gonna meet them at the gate, so I assumed that meant we were crossing to the gate.
Well,
What you told us is that we would wait here.
Yeah.
That was the wording that you used.
I meant at the gate, not here.
here to somewhere else.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. You said here. You sent him a message and then told the group something else. I don't know what to
Sorry.
tell you. Like,
I didn't look at the map till just now, so I mean, I assumed we were already there at the gate. Like, obviously, we wouldn't be able to see the gate until we're at the gate, so that it's locked down.
How
right?
how
Right.
wide is this river?
Trace was the only one who went to the gate.
Oh crap. Okay.
That wasn't
Well,
you.
I thought we all
I
had it.
mean,
That point.
from the look of it, I would say maybe anywhere between like a half a mile to a mile. I mean, rough guess estimating, probably not that large. It's really hard to.
The bridge is that long?
It's about half a mile.
All right.
Can I make, I don't know, an intelligence roll, I guess, to see if at a full sprint, could at least the group of us get across this bridge before the body of water meets the bridge?
Yeah, you can go ahead and give me a check. We'll just say it at this point is maybe 100 to 150 yards.
We can't. I don't think we're gonna get across the bridge that fast.
No, it's.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything we can do.
Unfortunately, yeah, you don't think that it's maybe those on horses, but definitely not those on foot.
Well, I've got Brago. Is there any value in me getting across? I don't know.
No.
All right. Let's make sure we're all clear of the bridge. Then that thing is going to shrapnel.
The wake
pretty
begins
badly.
to bend down, then break back up once again. As it does, you will see what appears to be a snake head appear from the wall of water itself.
Oh.
And as it
I shoot.
He is
Alright.
within range. He's always within range. You have
Yeah,
sharpshooter, right?
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Oh, I don't. Not for level, at least. Nice.
Oh!
Someone.
Got him. All right.
So
Combat started. Let's go. I'm
It-
rolling initiative.
it hits the snakehead, and while this snakehead is just made of complete water, it just splashes a tiny bit and it extends out a bit more. You can begin to see what appears to be the body of a serpent. Then it begins growing larger, stretching out, wave following behind, eventually crashing into the bridge. You can hear the cracks and snaps of the boards as it begins to be ripped away as the wave rushes past each of you. And then that's where we'll go ahead and take a small break.
Okay.
Cool.
How tall is this bastard? Like you said that it was
We're
like the wave was like bye.
I was just going to take us off, but I was just saying we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. All right, and we're back. So as the bridge begins to whip away, being rushed away from the water, all that is left is bits and pieces of wood still attached to the stone pillars, as the stones and the pillars made of stone are the only thing left.
Do we still see snakes in the water?
The snakehead was just made of water, like I said.
Oh, okay. There was no actual Yuan-Ti or anything.
Nope.
Oh.
Well, in a strange way, this is actually good news. They are afraid of us.
Well, in that case,
I guess I'll be sending another message.
I
How-
believe how. So you how long was the bridge?
Nearly a half a mile.
It's a half-mile long bridge.
How
Did-
close together are those stone pillars that comprise its base?
I would probably roughly estimate about 50 feet away from each other.
Oh. So we'd have to swim across.
How big is the break?
All the wood except for like the little bits attached to like the stone itself is gone.
In between those 50 feet?
Yeah.
Wow, that bridge was crap.
We could just go around. Of course, that will take some time, but
So you're saying 50 foot of bridge was wiped out by one wave of water?
No. A half mile of bridge was wiped out. The whole bridge.
Yeah, it's just made of wood. It's not anything
It
too
was a
spectacular.
half mile wide wave, I guess.
This is wide as the
How-
river.
how cold is it?
It's obscene.
I mean,
Like,
Jeeves has been kind of shivering here and there.
yeah, but I mean, he's an old man, right?
Yeah.
And all the soldiers are trained soldiers, right?
Yeah. And I would
I mean-
still say it's still a little cold from just being wet, but I mean, nothing like unbearable.
Yeah, I mean, there's trees nearby. We could easily craft a few rafts for gear, and this shouldn't be a big deal.
Yes.
It might be simpler just to go further up the river where it's not as wide.
Yes. We could also look for a shallow part of the river and ford.
Actually, what if can we, like, how wide is that river there if we went up to the north where it's narrow and then
We
like
do
walk
this
around?
Oregon Trail style.
I have a detailed map of I have a detailed map of the area. Is there any indication in my map that there's a shallow place somewhere?
No, there's no indication on your map of that.
Okay.
Well, at the very least, the northern part of the river looks thinner, so let's try that. Right where those two trees are to the northeast.
Yeah, but I assume that there's like water here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever drew the yellow path. If you have to go around, we'll have to go like this.
Yep. That'll be like a 3-day trip. So yeah, I suggest going like a couple of miles up the river to see if there's a thin place where we can ford or create rafts.
Yeah, if there's easy access to wood, right?
I mean, there's forest all around, so yeah, I think that's easy.
Just take, I'm not sure how long exactly to craft a canoe, but just the time to do that.
Oh, not a canoe. I mean, just
I'd be
basically
like
something that can float.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to base it off of something that might be in the book.
We have 50 people. We have enough manpower to do
A lot.
That's not close.
And I assume that most of them are trained soldiers, so they can basically swim most of the way. We just need like plates for the armor and so on. So it's not like we need to make a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys gonna go around, or are you gonna look for materials to make a raft, or send the animal message? There's a couple plans up in the air.
First, we're going to look if there's a shallow part of the river up north.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
Well-
what about those like trees like right next to us, like right there?
Well, what we should do is we should start by ordering the men to start chopping down trees. I mean, we might as well start that right away. And then the five of us scout ahead and see if we can find a better solution.
Sure. So yeah, the group will go scout, and then we'll have them start chopping down trees to either buoy the wagons or to create straight up rafts. Either or.
All right. Well, you heard him, men. Get to work. Seems like this is gonna take a bit of effort.
I would. Yeah. So let's. So we'll go up the. So we'll start walking up upriver, or I guess downriver towards the lake north.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Is there any roles you need from us, or?
I will just need a perception check as you all are making your way up, and out of curiosity, taking the wagon, Jeeves driving you, all that good stuff, just so I know how fast you're moving.
I say we leave Jeeves in the wagon behind.
That's a good idea.
I assume the wagon will slow us down, right?
Yeah, we're going off road, so. Plus, we're
Okay,
leaving the rest of the caravan, so.
I can currently open my character sheet. Oh, so lovely.
Jeeves, please watch Brego while we're away.
Yes, Master Reckon, whatever you wish.
I give advantage to Trace on perception.
Nice. Oh, 27.
Nice.
Perhaps keep a lookout for some shattered wood, and would maybe make good for rafts.
Good call.
I mean, there's obviously a half mile of it somewhere down this river.
Although, just a thought, my comrades. What's to stop whatever attacked us then to... What's stopping them from doing it again as we try to cross on shambled rafts?
Well, I mean, if we go on that assumption, we would never be able to cross, because then, right? We need to cross the river somehow at some point.
Right.
Well, probably, wouldn't it be worse to like cross it on a bridge? Then,
Well, I was just saying we might want to consider where the attacker was, how close they had to be to do this.
Well, the only
Fair.
thing I can figure is that we take our time doing this, crossing only a few wagons at a time, or perhaps one.
yeah, I mean, we should also just make a giant, half a mile of rope. That might be a little excessive, but still.
I must also figure that was some kind of spell that was cast.
Yeah.
It is possible the attacker has warned himself. If to be able to destroy a half mile of bridge is no small feat, this would have consumed a large amount of magic.
Yes, I've never seen a wave that big before.
For one person, yes, but what of an army?
Well,
If they have an army of units that can use that spell, then we are in deep shit.
yes, I would agree. Risks must be taken.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I mean, when they choose to do something like that, they must be afraid,
I agree.
right?
Well, they're just buying time.
Yeah, exactly.
They do not want us arriving by nightfall. So
I think I have to send a message at this point to let them know, like, hey, issue, bridge was wiped out, finding detour, that takes 10 minutes. Like, otherwise they're going to be confused why we haven't arrived.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, maybe they can assist us somehow. I don't know. Like,
I mean, if you want to stay behind and do that, you can, but I think we need to investigate the river.
I mean, I can catch up.
Okay.
So
Isn't
I'll
it
do that.
just isn't it just a ritual spell though?
It is. It just takes 10 minutes to ritual cast.
Yeah. A ritual spell. You just need to use your action and return to cast a ritual spell.
No.
Yes.
It costs an extra 10 minutes to cast a spell as a ritual.
Yeah. But when casting a ritual spell, just means you use your action and return to cast it.
Like still walking.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure at least.
I'm okay ruling it that way, but not every DM is.
I usually say like you're kind of like a little flat-footed, but if you want to do it where you're moving, I would just say like it'd be basically like difficult terrain,
That's fine.
little hard for you to kind of like concentrate on the spell and then the just the task of walking in a straight line.
But when you walk with me, you ignore difficult terrain, though.
Well, either way, I mean, I'm looking for animals anyways. I figure,
Gotcha.
to cast it on. So I guess that works. Whatever.
And I mean, just another bird, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Gotcha. No problem. And your message?
Yuan-Ti destroyed the bridge with a wave spell. We are seeking alternate route. It will take some time. To cross the river, sorry. Alternate route to cross the river.
Did you
Alright.
count fast enough?
Huh?
I was talking to Kyle.
I'm gonna just take, instead of taking like the us obviously, and then like the
Right.
retracts of little bits of statements here and there.
Yeah, but I'm not typing this out, so it's kind of,
You just use your fingers and then your toes.
I mean, I get 25
Trace
words. That
and
was,
Reckitt's
yeah.
perception, with Kadir giving advantage to Trace. Onyx, can I get your roll? And then this will be after the spell, so Krev, can I get your perception check as well?
Perception.
Nice roll, Onyx. Alright, so each of you making your way down roughly at this point of 30 minutes, beginning to see some debris pushed up along the banks. A few trees closer to the shoreline knocked over, presumably from a few hundred yards back. And then the other thing that each of you will spot is what you would all notice to be a few like snake-like creatures that you had seen back in the city of Lahles fighting in the streets, beginning to come up out of the river.
Oh yeah.
Some
How
making their
many?
way to the west side and some to the east. In a total, you can gather of roughly 50,
What?
being all scattered about. They seem to be in smaller groups, running in groups of 4 to 5, but it's a little hard to tell from the distance. You all are, just, I would say maybe 100 yards away, 300 feet, and spotting them coming out of the river.
All right, y'all. I'll take the west half, and y'all can take the east half.
Question: the river behind them, I can only presume it looks very shallow and great for crossing.
From what you're seeing, the ones that are coming up, like near the bank just seem to be like swimming, but you're not really like too sure if it's shallow or not.
All right. Well, um, we can go back and get our 50 men and sally that shit into battle. That sound good?
Yeah.
We came here to kill snakes. Let's kill snakes.
And chew bubblegum.
Yes, but not in that order. Bubblegum is much more important.
Fair.
We could try to lead them on a chase to our men, but they most definitely know they're there already.
How far away were they?
About 100 yards, 300 feet.
Oh, and they've noticed us or not?
Like some are moving their way to like the west bank, some are moving to like the east side of the river, but they do not seem to notice either of you.
Surprise round?
We could, if you want, I'm okay trying to jump one of the smaller groups.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
So you, when you said there were 50, did you mean 50 on each bank?
Just from what you can see.
About, like, how close are they sticking? These groups sticking together?
They're roughly about maybe 20 to 30 foot spread out.
Yeah, no. Yeah, hard pass. That's a good way to. I mean, in a matter of like 12 seconds, it'll be like 25 on 5. So no. All right. So yeah. Let's go back and get our men, I guess. Sound all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna head back to the road, rally up the men, and begin to head back north.
Correct.
Yep.
At the point of where you return, you'll see that some materials have been gathered and a decent amount of work has been completed. Nothing fully completed thus far, but when you get back, Ord will say, "Now finally, be able to get some blood on these hands. It's been far too long." And then you all begin making your way north.
So I'll talk to Krev. First order of business. You have your spiky trap, yes?
Yes.
Be sure to catch it. Be sure to cast that as your first. I'm sure you will like the results.
Yes. Let's just figure out positioning. Maybe just directly in the water, you think?
I would no. Perhaps on the shoreline. Anything that can close the group into multiple pieces will be advantageous.
Yes.
And second order of battle, I would suggest we target casters wherever possible.
Do we know
If
which ones are
there are any.
casters?
Well, no.
Hmm.
This will take some guesswork. Other than that, have fun.
Do we remember in our previous battle were any of the types of ones we fought casters while others weren't?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, the ones that have cast spells were pretty big ones, so they should be pretty obvious once it starts.
Yep.
All right, so yeah. So I guess we'll just sally into battle and engage in combat. Actually,
yeah. I'll try to jump them, right?
I have an idea. We could perhaps huddle down, like hide behind a bush,
and then use illusions to like pull them into a trap, and our men envelop them.
That's not bad. But what kind of traps do we have? What do you mean trap? Us being a trapper?
I have caltrops,
Huh.
and I also have ball bearings.
I don't really have anything.
Well, you all have about like a 30-minute hike back, so if you want to try to develop a plan, now is definitely the time.
Okay. Plan would be so try to find like a little copse or like a little opening in the forest. We all hide behind bushes. I use minor illusion to sucker them in, as many as we can before they notice us. And I use, how many ball bearings do I have?
Or do you have like a thieves?
Yeah, honestly, I
tools?
don't really have enough ball bearings or caltrops to make it work, but I scatter 20 square feet of ball bearings on one side, and then I scatter 5 squares on another side to make sure that we're covered and they don't flank us from either side. That's it. That's all I got.
Nobody else?
I don't really know what I could do, to be honest. I'm just going to crawl up into a tree as soon as we get closer.
I mean, I'm waiting to set up a spike growth. I just need to know. I can't see, based on the big map, where to cast it. Obviously.
I personally, I would wait until you know where they are, and
Right. That's kind of what I was.
like that's more of like something you do in battle. But
Right.
I think
When we saw them earlier, did they appear to have any ranged weapons on them?
The only thing that you saw was the ones that you had seen inside the city.
Do we want to try to stealth? Maybe.
And they did not have ranged weapons, right? Because we kind of kited them. Ooh.
Should we try to stealth?
I think I think so.
If we can try to get a surprise on them, I mean,
Stealth with 50 people?
they might not.
Right? Like,
It might mask our numbers a bit. They might not realize there's 50 people. I mean, obviously we're not going to hide our entire presence, but if they think we're only half the number we actually are, then
That's
They
true.
Yeah, I
could-
guess. I guess that could work. Yeah.
in a way it could, it's like a false.
I would say
Yeah.
less of a chance
Present.
if like you're marching kind of thing, like not necessarily like marching, but like all moving together. More of a chance if you wanted to like set up an ambush.
Well, that's my point. Yeah. No, once we get in position, then set up an ambush, like and try to mask our number.
Or maybe have like only hide like 10 people up close, and then have another 40 waiting to rush in once battle starts.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Like
Yeah.
put like bait up front in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, what I will say is if you're gonna look into taking on this battle, this is something that we're gonna have to take on next week. This is not something we'll be able to take care of in 40 minutes.
Right.
You're gonna try to do like a basically
Oh,
like
fuck.
mini war here.
I mean, it
So-
depends how many people will sally into the ambush, but yeah.
I mean, it depends on what we want to do. Do we want to just sit here and wait, or do we want to try to go around the lake instead and then just wait till they attack us? I mean, it's
To me, this sounds like two battles. It sounds like one battle would be the trap,
and then the second battle would be whatever would be after we thin their numbers.
But I
Yeah.
think it's wise to fight out here, though, in general, compared to in the city. So I think we should encourage fighting here.
They don't know how many we have, so
No.
probably, unless they do.
As I said before, they were clearly afraid of us, right? So,
So,
I f-
what do you think, Kyle? Do you think that this is 2 battles or 1?
I mean, it kind of depends on how it plays out. I mean, I in theory obviously know like what's here, but like for an example, if you guys roll like 7 natural 20s in a row for just like an extraordinary example, this could be, you guys take care of like the ambush first before anything else can even like react, and it's just like over in an instant, and then we could be looking at maybe a potential another one. But you guys could roll like hot garbage where some bad shit may happen. Who knows? I mean, it's going to be variable on the dice, I would say, for that.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll go with whatever you suggest then. If we're stopping now, that's fine. If we're gonna try, I'm also fine with that.
Well, I would like to take like a bit to research how to necessarily coordinate it to where it's not going to take like 4 sessions to run this big of a force.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, we're talking 50 enemies and then 50 people that are allies and then the 5 of you.
So you've
I'd like
never
to look
had a
into...
run, you've never run like a massive scale battle for this yet?
In
Curious.
Elista?
Yeah.
I've had people like coordinate it and send it to like people to send like forces to other areas, but they're not taking 50 people to go into combat.
Interesting. Huh. That's cool. We get to be a first. Sick.
there is some rules. I think there was an Honor of Arcana at some point that used some mass combat rules. I've used it a few times myself.
Yeah, I've done some, but like
Yeah.
it's still gonna take well over 40 minutes.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
I just want to try to maybe potentially figure out ways that maybe we can get this done in like the first half of the session kind of thing versus like a 1 to 2, maybe even longer.
Yeah, I get it. If we anyhow, that's my goal, is to try and thin it out to 2 battles where we have one smaller battle that's an ambush, and then a second battle where we have them outnumbered and just kind of wash over them.
Yeah. But anyways, don't forget, I can't be here next week.
Shit.
Oh, that's right. I mean, well, yeah, you told us that last week? Maybe even the week before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Well, then, if you guys want to still take care of this, we can next week, or we can push it off till Trace gets back. It's not that big of a deal.
I think we have to push it back at that point.
I mean, I'm pretty good at auto-attacking with Trace.
I would hate to miss this, to be honest, but of course I can't make the choice.
Yeah, I've always said, I personally hate it, but I leave it up to all of you, of course.
I'm good with waiting.
Same.
Sure.
That'll give you loads of time to research as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah, and if you guys have like extra details or anything that you may think of beforehand, we'll say that like this was all thought out, like on the way. We can even RP it a little bit before we get into like everything, and then if you guys post all that in like the Discord, I can make a more like exact map. Like if you guys are gonna have like, let's say like spike traps come out in an area or some shit like that. I don't know.
The soldiers we have with us, do we have a general understanding what they have? Do we have like archers, or like what's the composition of our army?
Well, that's probably a really good question to ask. They seem to be a mixed, varied amount of fighters and spellcasters, and notably, you will know that there are a couple of clerics in the group as well, including,
But
or not including Nalra.
I'm more thinking about like, do we have any ranged options? Yeah,
Yes.
I do. I do have a decent amount of poisonous arrows. Maybe we should like equip soldiers with one of some of those as well. I mean, I have 20 poisoned arrows that I could hand out. Well, I have poison for 20 arrows. Sorry. Would that be worth splitting to 20 people?
I mean, that's
I would say that's your call, but to be perfectly honest with the way you roll, I would say you keep them.
Yeah, I know, but like, that's fair. Well, I'm not. Well, maybe I shoot 20 times. I guess that's not unheard of.
yeah. I think we just anything we can do to prepare or set up is probably useful.
We could build no more. We have to approach them, right?
We can. The goal was to pull them into a trap.
Right. If then we could like do some. What do you call those? Like the one they used in like the First World War. The one they hide behind and shoot. What they call that? A moat? Not a moat.
Trenches.
Maybe. Like cover, basically. Build cover out of dirt.
Mounds.
Yeah, I don't know. I know what it's called in Danish, but that probably doesn't help you a lot.
Battlement.
Skyttegrav. It's called in Danish. I'll use Google Translate.
You're not talking about a trench, are you?
Maybe. I'm not really completely sure what a trench is. That's why I'm asking.
Gotcha.
It is a trench. Good. Yeah, like build trenches.
I mean, that'll take a lot of time.
Oh, it
And
would?
since a large portion of our combat focuses on melee, it might be a bad idea.
That's fair. That's fair.
Set up a whole bunch of pits like Team Rocket.
That,
Yeah.
I mean, pits would not necessarily be useless, but I just don't know if we have enough time to dig them.
Yeah, and it's like it's wet. It's still raining, right? So we can't use fire in any way.
Even if
I would
It's still
say it
very
depends
wet.
on what you're trying to do with the fire, but it also would depend on variable other things as well.
I was like more like thinking about making a circle of fire. So like if they go past it, we light it up behind them so they're trapped.
I mean, you can put oil down if you have it.
Ooh,
I
that's
have,
actually not. That's not actually not a bad idea. Like-
I have 8 flasks of oil.
Well, we should try to do that if that's possible.
What would we be doing?
Like imagine you want to trap, and you lure them forward, and then like start a fire behind them so they can't retreat.
I think 8 flasks can only cover 8 squares.
Oh, yeah, that's not a lot.
No, if we had like a 55-gallon drum, then I'd agree. But realistically, we have like a couple of gallons.
Yeah, this would be a lot easier if we get access to supplies.
Well, like I was saying, if you guys think of some plans and things of that nature, just post it in Discord, and then I can do my best to try to create a more accurate map for that scenario.
Well, it would be cool if we got like a more exact like breakdown of the army if you have that or can do that.
Yeah, I can.
I'm not forcing you to do a lot of work, but like it would be fun if we had that.
Just having the map would be useful, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, that I would say that it kind of depends, like, overall where it was going to be. You guys planned to set up the ambush. You wanted to be near trees and then have the river nearby as well.
Well, from experience, right, from when we were in Lahles, it appeared that they'd like to like escape through the sewers and water and so on. I actually think we should try to get them a little away from the water. To make it harder for them to escape.
It's probably smart. That's a good idea.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I have like obviously like a map where it's like kind of close to like the water, but I mean like other than it just being a map where it's close to the water, there's nothing else. So it's
And
not really anything to show.
in general, right? They didn't have any mounts, right?
No.
That also means that we should try to fight in the open field to have the advantage of using our mounts against them.
We don't have that many mounts, unfortunately.
No, but even if we have 5, like that would be a huge advantage. Well,
I'm thinking too.
have you ever seen like one of those medieval battles? You can see how powerful a horse is. I guess it's a little different in 5e, but still.
I've been playing Mountain Blade 2 all week long. Believe me, I fucking
Oh, nice.
I love
Yeah.
cavalry. Yeah, that's the fucking shit. Like, one cavalry unit is worth, like 5 men.
Yeah.
It's basically medieval combat simulator, except you get to be like a general on the field, so it's really fun.
Is there any chance we managed to get level 5 before we end today, so we can like plan with that in mind?
That's what I'm tallying up right now. It does not seem so, but I am also bad at math in my head, so.
Yeah, I mean, we really didn't do anything today, to be honest. We just...
Yeah. Oh, this stealth. I just steal something. I mean, stealing XP, that must be huge, man. That's at least 5,000 XP right there.
I would say, like, at least.
Yeah, right?
Oh, you understood that, huh? No, I'm just playing. Each
Oh,
of
you're
you will earn 180 experience.
Yeah, that's just short.
Can we kill a few men?
Sacrifice them for our strength.
Yep.
Which should put everyone at 6405.
Nice. 95 short, love it.
So 5 men?
I mean, theoretically, just one, right?
Everybody gets one. Alright, so first we ambush one of our own men first.
Level up and then start the ambush.
And then we take an 8-hour short rest. And then we kill the snakes.
Sure would suck if all 50 of these men weren't actually on our side right now.
Yeah. Alright, well...
And on that note, let's go ahead and just get out of here.
Alright, well...
Everyone have a good week off, and then we will reconvene in a couple weeks.
Wonderful.
Sick.
All right.
All right, well, everyone have a good night, and see you next time.
See ya.